Thank you so much. I have a question because I know that we're coming to like close to the end of time, and I know we need more time to be able to talk with you because there's a
Yeah.
lot of placemakers who have a lot of questions.
Mhm.
But I wanted to start off. We have a question from Monica Williams and Jim Ross out of Pontiac, Michigan, at
Hi.
PHINCO. And they said, your book is a clarion call for how we must address the unprecedented federal investment funding. And how do we ensure that the funding meets the criteria versus the nonprofit industrial complex, who will be sure to have their hands out? And without informed communities, they may be receiving inappropriate funding given the guidelines.
Are you talking about the Justice 40?
No, well, I think that they're talking about any of the federal fundings that are coming in for infrastructure. A lot of
Yeah, yeah,
placemakers, and so,
yeah.
yes.
And so that is in particular, the Biden's, executive order, around that 40% of that funding is supposed to go to frontline communities, like the low status communities that I've been talking about. And you're right, the whole NOFA, federal operating system is really sucky. It is absolutely privileged, the folks that already have the advantage, and not the frontline communities who often don't even know how to participate, in that. And that in and of itself is a major problem. And but there are some opportunities, and I can't say that I'm an expert in any of them, at all. But there are, some opportunities that will make it so that it's a lot less difficult for the folks in those communities to be able to access that. But it's not going to be easy. It is absolutely not going to be easy. There are some accelerator, programs that are really trying to help make that happen. The Economic Development, Authority is actually working on a whole bunch of them. So that's actually one of the places that you want to, connect with to make sure that you can actually see the value in it. But I think you are absolutely right to be concerned. And I do think that there are, someone wrote, Tiffany Robinson wrote, that there's so many gatekeepers of fun for the communities that assume those activities won't work, so they don't even plan for us. There's also gatekeepers, within. So yeah, so as far as like the fun stuff, but even as far as like access to the kind of real economic, sort of economic life-giving, activities that could be the difference between a community economically, struggling or thriving. Like that's what that infrastructure money is supposed to take care of. There are gatekeepers out there too, and they need to be taken down. I mean, because I do worry about that, and I worry that come the midterms, we're not going to see another kind of reappropriation, that level of funding in support of those communities. But so for those that are out there, we got to keep pushing.
Do we have, is there any other questions, Ryan, or anyone that we have?